Terus nih.
That does not justify, just because Saddam Hussein was bad, that does not justify America to come and take over Iraq. Why are they doing it? For the money, for the oil. What is the main interest? Is the oil. Who created Taliban? When Russia came, the Americans supported the Afghans, created Taliban. Now they want to take over, they're fighting back. Who is the creation? Americans. The biggest terrorist according to me in this history, George Bush. Now he's no longer there. George Bush, number one.
I'm with you on that.
Sorry?
I'm with you on that.
You're with me on that. So I'm also going to America. I'm even going to America live and on satellite, giving the message to Americans. I was the first person.
Jadi katanya dia setuju katanya dengan Zakir Naik.
Oli. Tengok lah nanti. Lambat-lambat nih. Pada beli. Di depan masih ada. Depan aja. Tuh, apa tuh?
Itu gorengan. Ini.
Nih ya, berarti
ya.
Ya. Itu tahu ya.
That I know of in the public after 9/11 in Australia, I said I'm a fundamentalist and I consider George Bush to be the biggest terrorist. It came in headlines. In December 2001, when I gave a talk in Australia, when the Consul General asked me that what do you consider, who's a terrorist, I said George Bush number one. It came as headline, Dr. Zakir Naik calls himself a fundamentalist and considers George Bush to be terrorist number one. Now every Tom, Dick and Harry is calling him a terrorist. At that time, no one had the guts. What we realized, we are speaking the truth. Now whether George Bush, many people say, when I gave a talk in London on terrorism, very good talk, people enjoyed. A youngster comes and says, death to George Bush, death to George Bush. Full talk of mine gone. Our beloved Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, there were two staunchest enemies of Islam. Both were called Umarain. The Prophet prayed to Allah that give hidayah to one of these two Umar, and Umar bin Khattab, who was the second caliph of Islam, Allah gave hidayah, who was the staunchest enemy of Islam, became the staunchest supporter. Therefore I said, may Allah give hidayah to George Bush. I can speak. I cannot give hidayah.
Now, I believe that we have some...
Bismillah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Defenders of Islam insist it is a peaceful religion. Others disagree and point to the primitive treatment in Muslim countries of women and other minorities.
So let's discuss this now. We're joined now by Reza Aslan, a scholar of religions, professor at the University of California, Riverside, and the author of Zealot, The Life and Times of Jesus of Nazareth. Let's talk about this because it's a very interesting conversation every time we have it. Before we get into this discussion, I want to play for you this clip from Bill Maher's show just this Friday night. Here it is.
President Obama keeps insisting that ISIS is not Islamic. Well, maybe they don't practice the Muslim faith the same way he does. But if vast numbers of Muslims across the world believe, and they do, that humans deserve to die for merely holding a different idea, or drawing a cartoon, or writing a book, or eloping with the wrong person, not only does the Muslim world have something in common with ISIS, it has too much in common with ISIS. There's so much talk. You can applaud.
He went on for a good 5 or 6 minutes about that, talking about how women or circumcision for women, not respecting the rights of women, not respecting the rights of gay people. And what's your reaction?
Ada.
Well, I like your...
Tapi kalau orang Sunni enggak katanya.
Iya disunatkan, enggak wajib. Yang bagi laki-laki yang wajib. Bagi perempuan dianjurkan.
Kayak mana maksudnya sunat cewek tuh?
Ya hanya diapakan aja sedikit.
Oh, soalnya di kesehatan itu salah.
Kalau semuanya iyalah.
I've been on this show a bunch of times. He's a comedian, but frankly, when it comes to the topic of religion, he's not very sophisticated in the way that he thinks. I mean, the argument about the female genital mutilation being an Islamic problem is a perfect example of that. It's not an Islamic problem, it's an African problem.
Well, wait, because he says it's a, hold on a second, Reza, because he says it's a Muslim country problem. He says that in Somalia...
Yeah, but that's... Yeah, and that's
Cuma 150 meter dari sini
actually incorrect. It's a Central African
Cuma
problem.
rumah makannya sebelah kanan.
Has almost
Kita berdiri aja sebelah kiri
90% female genital mutilation. It's a Christian country. Ethiopia has 75% female genital mutilation. It's a Christian country. Nowhere else in the Muslim majority states is female genital mutilation an issue. But again, this is the problem, is that you make these facile arguments like that women are somehow mistreated in the Muslim world. Well, that's certainly true in many Muslim countries like Iran and Saudi Arabia. Do you know that Muslims have elected 7 women as their heads of states in those Muslim majority countries?
Langsung dekat pasar juga nggak apa-apa, ya kan? Oh, pasar itu lengkap tuh. Apalagi hari Minggu nih kan?
Free and open society for women in those states.
Well, it's not in Iran, it's not in Saudi Arabia, it certainly is in Indonesia and Malaysia, it certainly is in Bangladesh, it certainly is in Turkey. I mean, again, this is the problem, is that you're talking about a religion of 1.5 billion people, and certainly it becomes very easy to just simply paint them all with a single brush by saying, well, in Saudi Arabia they can't drive, and so therefore that's somehow representative of Islam. It's representative of Saudi Arabia. In Iran, they don't have...
I mean, I think that Bill Maher's point is that these aren't extremists. We often talk about extremists and that we should crack down on extremists, and why aren't Muslims speaking out about extremists? In Saudi Arabia, when women can't vote and they can't drive and they need permission from their husband, that's not extremists. Why aren't we talking more about what? That's not extremist, that's commonplace. Why don't we talk more about the commonplace wrongs that are happening in some of these countries?
It's extremist.
It's extremist when compared to the rights and responsibilities of women, Muslim women around the world. It's an extremist way of dealing with it.
But it's not extremist in that, it's not extremist in that country, in Saudi Arabia. That's the norm.
Oh, no, it's not.
It's not.
I mean, look, Saudi Arabia is the most, if not the most extremist Muslim country in the world. In the month that we've been talking about ISIS and their terrible actions in Iraq and Syria, Saudi Arabia, our closest ally, has beheaded 19 people. Nobody seems to care about that because Saudi Arabia sort of preserves our national interests. You know, this is the problem, is that these kinds of conversations that we're having aren't really being had in any kind of legitimate way. We're not talking about women in the Muslim world. We're using 2 or 3 examples to justify a generalization. That's actually the definition of bigotry.
All right, fair enough. Let's listen to Benjamin Netanyahu at the United Nations today.
So when it comes to their ultimate goals, Hamas is ISIS, and ISIS is Hamas.
Abang ada melirendang tadi kata jadi apa?
All militant Muslims share in common.
So Reza, the question at the bottom of the screen that everyone...
Masa bawah banyak jual
Does Islam
promote violence?
Islam doesn't promote violence or peace. Islam is just a religion, and like every religion in the world, it depends on what you bring to it. If you're a violent person, your Islam, your Judaism, your Christianity, your Hinduism is going to be violent. There are marauding Buddhist monks in Myanmar slaughtering women and children. Does Buddhism promote violence? Of course not. People are violent or peaceful, and that depends on their politics, their social world, the way that they